26 years ago Viagra appeared on the pharmaceutical market. Did you know that initially planned to treat the heart with these pills, but unexpectedly for all staged a sexual revolution? It all started in the mid-1980s in the scientific laboratory of the American pharmaceutical company Pfizer in the small town of Sandwich in the southeast of England. Chemical scientists developed drugs to treat heart problems. As conceived by scientists, the drug was supposed to promote blood flow to the heart, reduce blood pressure and have a beneficial effect on the heart muscle as well as reduce pain in angina pectoris. However, in practice it turned out that the drug does not give the desired effect on the heart. The tests did not reveal a positive impact and the project was on the verge of closure. The project was saved by chance. Male volunteers who tested this drug talked about an unexpected side effect. It turned out that this development enhances the natural erection. So the project was financed, and in the second half of 1993, tests began first in Britain, then in France, Norway, Sweden and other countries. Pfizer researchers noted that they had never encountered such stir about clinical trials before. It got to the point that some subjects refused to return unspent tablets, while others tried to secretly steal them from the laboratory. By 1996 there was enough evidence of efficacy and safety and Pfizer patented a new drug. Regarding the name of the new pills, the neologism Viagra was chosen, derived from the English word vigor and the name of the largest waterfall in the United States, Niagara. Another argument of marketers, the first letter V inspired associations with victory. In 1998 Viagra sales started. In the first week alone, about 300,000 prescriptions were prescribed for Viagra. By the end of 1998 Pfizer earned $1 billion in sales. In the same year American scientists Robert Furchgott, Luis Ignarro, and Ferit Murad received the Nobel Prize for developing the medicinal formula of Viagra. A new drug for male potency is becoming very popular. Time magazine dedicates the cover and the central article of the issue to the new drug. On the Larry King Show, former U.S. presidential candidate Bob Dole admitted that he himself used Viagra. After the first enthusiastic reviews, stories began to appear that people were blind, deaf, or even died after using the drug. Pfizer even had to conduct several additional clinical studies that proved, for example, that Viagra does not cause blindness. At first, after entering the market, the drug was legally sold only in the USA, Brazil, Morocco and Mexico. Therefore, a gray market for Viagra appeared very quickly in other countries. Later, the Washington Post will write about how the CIA used Viagra to recruit friends among the local population in Afghanistan. Before the advent of Viagra, no one assessed the extent of the problem with erection in men. First of all, because it was not customary to discuss it out loud. Men were ashamed to tell doctors about their intimate problems. Therefore, Pfizer began a very cautious Viagra advertising campaign calling impotence erectile dysfunction. The company launched a series of commercials under the general slogan, "Talk to the doctor." In parallel, an army of sales representatives was sent, who conducted trainings with doctors on how to talk with patients on the sensitive topic of impotence and also distributed free pill samples. By the mid-2000s the topic of male sexual health was no longer taboo, and medical experts call such a breakthrough one of the main effects of Viagra. People freely began to talk about this topic. The socio-cultural significance of these drugs was absolute. And over time Pfizer itself moved away from seriousness and began to shoot comic commercials.